Hey everybody,
Hi.
welcome back to the channel. It's definitely been a little bit of time since we've been on here.
Yes.
We've just had a lot going on, but this is us coming back, and we got a lot of fun stuff planned, and we hope you stick around.
Yeah.
But yeah, so there's been a lot of Star Wars news lately. Knights of the Old Republic was just announced. The remake was just announced, so
Yeah.
that's really exciting.
Yeah.
Uh, so we're gonna watch the teaser really quick. Okay, this is not like a reaction video. We already watched it like 20 times, so we're not trying to fool you here. That
Yeah.
we're not reacting. Like we're gonna rewatch it with you guys, and we did want to talk about like our hopes and expectations and kind of like what we think it's gonna be like and
Yeah.
what we want to see and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah.
All right. Let's do it.
Peace is a lie. That is what the Sith believe.
Yeah. Oh, it's beautiful.
I freaked out when I this point.
Oh my
They must be stopped.
They
That's it.
really
It
did
was-
that.
They
That's
were-
all they had to do.
That's
though.
all they needed to do.
The music.
Beautiful.
They promised.
Okay, yeah. Okay, it's a minute long video. 6 second, probably 10 seconds of those are like that intro with
Nothing.
just showing
Yeah.
who worked on it. But that's like all you needed.
Yeah.
That's like all they needed to do. It was beautiful. It broke everything.
Dude, the day the trailer came out, every single post on our feed was Knights of the Old Republic.
Which
Every single
when
post.
did it come out? September 9th? That was a few days ago now.
Yeah.
So we're kind of late to the party. We're not here with any news, so you guys have probably heard all there is to know. But if you haven't, pretty much, this game is coming out. Actually, did they say?
I don't think there's a
No, they didn't say when it was
date
coming
yet.
out. But it's for sure the same kind of story.
Yeah.
They've definitely. I'm pretty sure I saw that they said that they were going to change a good amount of like the story, but still try and keep it
true to the original.
True to the original. So like I don't think they're going to change much. I think they're going to change some elements, and one of those I'm really excited for. We'll talk about.
Yeah.
But obviously all the graphics are going to be updated.
Yeah.
The play style is what I saw that some people were like, okay, it's not going to be the same D20 system because a lot of people may just say like, oh, this feels very archaic or whatever.
Yeah.
Which honestly, if they kept it, I wouldn't care. I would play the game.
Yeah, regardless.
But I feel like obviously it's going to be very. I feel like it's going to be more like a Jedi Fallen Order mechanic.
Yeah.
You know, that kind, or like Force Unleashed type of play style.
Yeah.
I hope, because that's still really cool. I just hope we're able to use all of like the abilities we were accustomed to using in like the original.
I think they will. I don't think they're gonna take out anything that made the game what it was.
Yeah.
I think they're just going to change the story, so even if you've played the old game or the original game, it'll feel fresh and it'll be exciting, and it won't, there'll be maybe not a ton, but probably a couple things that are different that make it fun. Like, you're not expecting it.
Yeah, exactly. Like, honestly, I mean, I know there's a lot of people that have not played this game that don't know anything about the story.
Yeah.
They probably just know Revan, which is, it's totally okay. He's just the only one to really, not the only one to know, but like, he's the face of this.
If you're gonna know a character from this.
Exactly. Which is cool. So it's like, it's definitely gonna bring in a lot of new people to this part of Star Wars, this era of Star Wars, which is cool.
Which makes me think, are they gonna make more stuff like this?
Well, I feel like it's way too soon
to say.
I mean, I think so. We'll talk about it.
Okay,
We'll
come
definitely
back
touch
to
on
that.
it. We'll touch on it. What I'm trying to say is at first I just saw Remake and I for some reason just instantly thought, oh, it's like the same exact game. I just confused it with like remastered. Yeah. So it's not that. That's what I thought it was at first. It was just like the same game, just updated like graphics or whatever. But which I was still, even if it was that, I'd be happy.
Yeah.
And
That'd be really
I was
cool.
like, I was reading a few things, like, you know, a few opinions, and someone was saying like pretty much the same thing. Like, I really wouldn't care if it was the same game. And they were saying that maybe they should just add like a few missions. And I was saying, I was like, okay, if they just started the game with like, instead of starting the game like the original beginning where it's like you wake up on the ship and like you don't know what's going on and whatever, like instead of that, it's just like the events that happened pretty much right before, which is like Bastila fighting Revan. If you were able to play as Bastila, like first mission, play as Bastila fighting Revan,
that would be
right
really
before
cool.
Malik like shoots, like pretty much tries to blow up his ship and knocks him out, and like you know, screen just goes black and then you wake up on the ship.
Yeah.
I feel like it would be perfect. A perfect way to be like, yeah, you already know who Revan is.
Yeah.
But it's a cool.
Yeah, because that's one of the biggest things is like you already know what happens.
Yeah.
Or it's more likely
know.
that you already know what happens. So it's like, how do you make a game where you already know the biggest like plot twist?
Yeah, exactly.
So like, how do you do that? So I'm really interested to see how they're gonna go about that.
Exactly.
Or maybe they keep it
like,
the
do you
same
think they're gonna
and
be
they
mysterious
change.
Still?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Because it's also like, what year did the original come out?
Oh, I don't remember. Let me
Like
look it up.
10 years ago?
No,
more?
It was for the first Xbox.
Okay, so what I'm thinking is like, the game isn't. It's
2003.
Oh wow, yeah, it's almost 20 years old. So I think they could get away with just. I mean, I know we said it's like a remake, it's not a remaster, but I think they could get away with keeping it pretty original or pretty consistent with the original because it's been 20 years.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of people that have never played the game or never heard of the game.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't be like lame if they just made it the same story because it's a really good story.
I think the main thing that I saw that apparently they've already confirmed that they're going to be changing a good amount is the events on Malachor 5, which is like where you don't know. This is not a part of the game. It's like pretty much what happens during the Mandalorian Wars. Malachor 5 was the planet where they, like the Jedi that Revan and Malak were leading, and the Mandalorian have the final battle, where they pretty much activate this super weapon, and it pretty much destroys the planet and everyone on it, eventually leading to like that. The activation of that weapon eventually led to the creation of Darth Nihilus. So it's like, in that way, these games are connected. So it's like what Revan does eventually creates Nihilus.
Yeah.
Which is cool. So but that's a little not worrying, but since they already said they're going to be changing that part of the story.
Yeah.
At first I was a little worried, but then I remembered we see the planet Malachor in Rebels.
Yeah.
That's where they meet Maul, like Kanan and Ezra meet Maul.
Yeah.
That's where Vader shows up. That's where Ahsoka comes, and that's where that giant temple is, and where all those Jedi and Sith are there, like petrified with whatever this weapon was activated back in the Old Republic.
Yeah.
Like, that's way too on the nose.
You're like,
like, it's just not called Malachor 5. It's Malachor. So I think the only change they're making is that change of the name, taking the 5 out, and it's gonna, instead of it being the mass shadow generator, I think is the original.
Yeah, I think so.
The name of the original super weapon that was activated. They're just gonna make it that planet, that event.
Yeah.
We saw in Rebels.
Okay. Well, that makes sense.
So it's gonna connect the Knights of the Old Republic.
They're trying to tie it
to Rebels.
Into that's cool.
Which I think is the biggest. Like, I don't think I've seen anyone talk about that. I think it's like, it's perfect. Like,
it makes sense.
Dave like literally left the door wide open for that. like he gave us
Yeah.
Malachor. He's like, oh, there's this planet with the same name, pretty much, and the same type of events. Like the same thing happened.
Yeah.
He just kind of changed the names, tweaked it a little bit, and like it was really cool seeing it in Rebels. But at the time, no one was like, oh, it's like it's for sure gonna be this, because
Yeah.
you know, Knights of the Old Republic wasn't canon yet or anything.
Yeah.
It's still not, but Revan is.
Yeah.
I'm going off like crazy right now, but
there's a lot to talk
there is,
about. Theorize.
I think it's really cool. I think that's definitely where they're going.
Yeah.
Because they can't just not.
Because if they didn't address it, it'd be like, you know, people know every second of Star Wars.
Yes.
So like if they don't address it, it'd be like, wait, but this was like pretty much this. Is it not this? So
exactly. So
yeah, it's like
I think they're definitely gonna go for that. It's gonna tie in this era that took place 3,000 years ago. Is gonna connect it right with Rebels, which is crazy. So that leads you to kind of think about, okay, whose Sith holocron is that? Unless we already know. I haven't read up on it. Maybe it's whatever. But
yeah, but there's a lot of ways they could like connect things more.
Well, because like the Sith had like their own holocron. Like Nihilus had a holocron that he like recorded all of his stuff into, and so did like Revan and all these other Sith. So, if that's like, well, I mean, it wasn't like their hideout or anything. It wasn't like where they were stationed. So, I don't know. I'm going off on that.
Well, there will definitely be holocrons.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot of stuff. Oh yeah, definitely. But it's exciting. It's definitely exciting. I think I'm most excited for that kind of theory, I guess, of them tying it into Rebels.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Because why not?
Yeah.
Why not? So, yeah, I mean, I'm really excited for the game. I think it's going to be really, really cool. I don't know what else to say about it except, like, I want to see more. We only saw a minute of a teaser.
Yeah.
But,
when do you think it's going to come out? I know we don't have a date, but
I'm hoping 2022, but I don't think so. No. Probably 2023.
That's the only thing is, like, I love the teasers. I love seeing, like, what's coming. But then I don't want to get too excited because I'm like, it's still a couple years away.
It's okay, though, because there's Celebration in 2022, and you know that if it's coming out in 2023, it's going to be all about Knights of the Old Republic during Celebration. So
it's going to be so cool. And like all the really cosplayers, that's why I'm like, what I'm always most excited about when there's news is like seeing people that are diehard fans of certain characters, like that they'll cosplay the characters or like whatever, and just seeing their reactions to like trailers and stuff makes me so happy. Well,
everyone's
like,
screaming.
This
like,
is what
we're
you
all
love.
There for the same thing, and like they're playing it on the big screen, and it's like everyone's losing their minds.
It's the best feeling.
It'll be fun. So, all right, yeah, cool. That's awesome. That's all we're here to talk about. I mean, it was a minute-long video. We got there's still so much more to talk about, but maybe we'll touch on it on the podcast or something.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, all right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Welcome back to the channel again, and stay tuned for more. And please make sure to subscribe and like the video.